My son was 20 years old when he was prescribed opioids.
I was given a prescription opioid pain medication, and within only a few months, I was completely addicted.
There was nobody to tell me that these have a really high potential for addiction. How could I be addicted? I get these from my doctor.
My son Steve did not want to die, but his prescription opioids killed him.
We lost RJ at 32 to prescription opioid overdose.
It's likely that everybody knows somebody who is struggling with this very problem.
430,000 Americans have lost their lives to the opioid epidemic. That's 430,000 devastated families, funerals, missed Christmases, and 4th of July weekends. That is 430,000 dead sons and daughters of America. The amount of pain caused by this plague is almost unquantifiable.
140 million Americans have been affected by this epidemic, from the parents of addicts to the employers of people with a substance use disorder, theft victims, and people experiencing homelessness. All share a common thread, and that is the opioid epidemic. We have tried everything to slow and stop this epidemic, but all we did was push legitimately sick people to the streets. Doctors stopped prescribing opioids because they live in fear of malpractice lawsuits and constant badgering by people experiencing opioid use disorder. They have made it so modern American medicine does everything in its power to avoid the use of prescription opioids unless you're in a hospital or outpatient setting. Attempting to manage your pain with ibuprofen for a broken leg after being discharged from the hospital is very difficult, and many Americans then search for pain relief on the street. Doctors and patients hate this, but what can be done to solve this problem? A family out of Denver, Colorado, has created a device that will not only curb the opioid epidemic but improve medicine in America and eventually around the world. Dave Jr. is a recovering opioid addict, and without his mom, Patricia Coretta's immediate, constant, and respectful care, Dave Jr. would not be here today, and the country would have lost a major tool in the toolbox that is the solution to the opioid epidemic. Dave Jr. has been in recovery since 2012 and has been an active member of the Denver recovery scene for over a decade. Dave Sr. owns a medical device engineering firm that has developed the world's smallest miniature endoscope for surgery, and countless other contributions to the medical device industry. One day, Jr. went to his dad and brought up the idea of a locking container that only the person to whom the medicine was prescribed could open. Sr. thought this was a good idea, so after a few days of Googling and looking for a solution, they both came to the same conclusion. There are hundreds of pill bottle locks and pill locks, ranging from $42 to $6,000. The range and ability cover the entire gamut. But what is the problem? Why do we still have so much diversion, pill theft, and medication overtaking? That is when, almost simultaneously, they said, it has to be locked at the pharmacy by a medical professional and can't be opened until it returns to the pharmacist. By doing so and utilizing biometrics, they can ensure the medication dispensed was to the person it was meant to go to when they were supposed to take it. This simple yet complex idea will be the safety pin that is put in place to contain this epidemic. By having the pharmacy lock the unit, the device will have sensors to detect tampering and misuse. This type of system would help people trying to keep their meds safe, and those trying to keep themselves safe from their medication. As most addicts know, an entire bottle of opioids can be a hazardous thing. However, such a simple idea that will have a massive effect on America and Western medicine will be stolen as soon as possible. That is why the Daves applied for both a method and device patent in 2017. As of July 2024, both patents have been completed, protecting them from anyone trying to appropriate the technology and their idea of securing medication beyond the pharmacy. So now that they have both the device and method patents in place, it is time to get going. It's time to introduce America to MedSafe. MedSafe has a few brilliant adaptations that will aid in securing medication in the home, including non-intrusive cameras that confirm the medication is dispensed. Facial and fingerprint recognition all work together to ensure the correct meds go to the correct person at the correct time and the correct dose. To GPS, so if it is stolen, it can be found and the thieves prosecuted for possessing illegal prescriptions. The device will have built-in tamper protection, so if anyone tries to access the medication inside when they are not supposed to, a warning will be sent over a 3G signal to MedSafe. The device will be recalled to the pharmacy for inspection. MedSafe is also modular. The patient will have a home unit that plugs into any wall in the kitchen, or it will have batteries for the unhoused. This home unit will stay at home. The only thing you will bring to the pharmacy is your pod or the safe part of MedSafe. This modular block will be able to stack so you can connect as many pods to the home unit as needed. Have 20 different medications? No problem, MedSafe can handle it with ease. The final part of the MedSafe system is the pharmacy filling unit. This particular unit will stay and be registered at a specific place in the pharmacy, and a pharmacist can use it to fill and program the safe pods. By bringing your pods back, you do not have to pay any extra for refills other than the price of the medication. Also, if pharmaceutical companies are willing to work with MedSafe, they could fill pods at their factories, making it much easier for the pharmacy to deploy the prescription. Imagine a world where you don't have to remember if you took your meds, if they were stolen, if you will run out early, or if your kids will get into them. The MedSafe pod system solves all of these problems.
For more information on the MedSafe medication management system and what you can do to help, please visit www.medsafeco.com.